Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, PsychicGoddessErika. Today's pick a card reading is another collaboration with Tarot by Melissa on the topic of your career in the spring. So this is for whatever spring season that you're currently in, or if you're not in spring, then it's the upcoming spring, the next spring, because this is a timeless reading, timeless message. And how the collaboration works is that after you finish your reading here, you can extend your reading by going over to Melissa's reading, pick a card reading on the same topic, and the link to her video will be down below in the description box, along with all of the timestamps after you pick your card, so you can go right to your selection. So let's jump on in and go ahead and take 3 deep breaths. Let your intuition do the picking for which card you're being drawn to for your message for your career in the spring. Here is card 1, in the middle is card 2, over here is card 3, and you can pause this if you need to make your selection. Hey, those of you who chose card 1, let's go ahead and see what you need to know about your career in the spring. Remember, this is a general reading. Take what resonates, release what doesn't. If you're interested in booking a personal reading with me, the information where you can go to do that is down below in the description box. I'm working first with the Archer's Career Oracle deck. This is one of the decks I created, and if you're interested in getting this, the information on where you can go to do that is down below in the description. So let's go ahead and get your first message, card 1, about your career in the spring season. Work from home or remotely. So in the spring, whether you are already in a career that allows you to work from home or remotely, meaning from wherever, as long as you have internet access or something like that, for example, or maybe you travel for a career, this is a message that this is still something that is encouraged, whether it's working for yourself or someone else, or if you're not currently doing this, then this is encouragement that in the spring season, you may consider looking for options that allow you to do this, in particular to have more freedom with your own schedule, with your own time, with your own creativity about how you do things. Or this could also be a message to maybe start and do something on the side that is something along the lines with this kind of vibe, with this kind of energy. But let's get another message. Card 1. Let's see. For those that chose card 1, what else do you need to know about your career in the spring? Truth be told. We have a no. Let's expand on that. You are manifesting abundance. And I want to look at the bottom. Stepping stone. Okay, so what I feel this is talking about, we have 2 8 to 9 time frames up here. Well, 8 to 9 messages, 8 to 9 time frames. So what I feel this is talking about is that you may receive some no answers, or you may receive some messages that's no, it's may not be the right time just yet, but whatever is happening, know that each thing is leading to another to manifest abundance for you. Like each event, each rejection for some of you, or each what feels like a setback is just a stepping stone, a lesson, something to sometimes reroute you in a better direction, but you are manifesting abundance. So know that it's on the way. And I'm feeling like they're talking about us coming in an 8 to 9 time frame because of the fact that was a double message that came through on both of these cards. For others of you, this could also be a message of no, don't worry. There's nothing to worry about. You are experiencing events that are stepping stones so that you can continue to manifest abundance. So take whichever side of the coin resonates for you, release what doesn't. Now, I'm seeing this as angel number 89 or spirit number 89. So you may want to, after this, look up angel number 89. But also, The number 8 is about abundance, but it's also about karmic lessons. So I feel like there's going to be a lot of karmic lessons tied to your career, your money, your perspective on money and luxury and things like that in the spring season, because the 9 is also about closing of chapters and also spiritual growth, spiritual awakening. So I feel like there's a old chapter that has been on repeat for a long time, but you're finally closing out that old chapter. And sorry, my throat's getting itchy. You're finally closing out that old chapter and going to the next level of abundance. And also remembering that there's an infinite supply of opportunity, even if something is being let go or didn't work out, because the number 8 is also the number of infinity. It's also a number of healing and manifestation. So you may begin to see some of the results as well in the 8 to 9 time frame from whenever you're seeing this video, from whatever date you're seeing this video. So that could be within 8 to 9 days. That could be within the upcoming month, within the week of the 8th to the 9th of the upcoming month, whatever, from whenever you're seeing this. It could be within 8 to 9 weeks. Also, a possibility of some of the manifestations that you're doing in spring could be coming together between August to September, the months 8 and 9, or within 8 to 9 months for some of you, depending upon how far out spring or things of that nature might be for you from whenever you're seeing this video. Or worst case, years that add up to 8 or 9. So for example, let me think for a second. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4. 2024 to 2025, because 2024 added up is an 8, 2025 is a 9. So for some of you, what you are working on or beginning in the spring, you're going to see more of the abundance between 2024 to 2025 as worst case scenario. So what I recommend for that is to write down the date that you're seeing this video and all the possibilities of the 8 to 9 time frame I just gave, and just let divine timing show you which one comes together for you. But let's continue on. Card 1, this is the life purpose oracle cards. What is your career going to be like in the spring? For those that chose card 1, truth be told. Animals. Okay, so some of you may actually work with animals, or maybe you have pets around you, or your familiars or animal guides around you while you're doing work. Special connection. But how I'm also viewing this for the majority is more so along the lines of trusting your animal like instincts, trusting your instincts in the spring when it comes to your career path and how you're going about things. Because an animal, they don't sit there and just be like, oh, I don't believe in myself. You know what I mean? They don't have some of that we have as humans. They trust their instincts and they go for it. Now, for some of you, this message down here may apply. You understand animals and communicate with them intuitively. Trust your own inner guidance as Trust your own inner guidance as animals are part of your life's work. So that may resonate with some of you. But for the majority of you, I'm feeling this is about a need to kind of merge and embrace your own inner animal, your own animal-like instincts with how you are going about your choices and what really feels best to you and when to act when it comes to your career and your career path in the spring. Let's get another message. This is the Psychic Tarot Oracle cards. For those that chose card 1, what do you need to know about your career in the spring? Truth be told. Balance and shadow is on the bottom of the deck. Sorry, my hands are tiny. Okay, so what I'm also feeling is that because this is the this is the Justice card in the traditional tarot. So what I'm feeling from this is that, remember how we mentioned the possibility of some karmic lessons coming through earlier when we were talking about the number 8? I feel that the spring season is you finding balance between yourself and between your 3D self and your 5D self in particular, meaning the self that's here right now in the physical and the spiritual self. I feel like there's a need to find balance in terms of trying to be fair to all that you have going on while taking care of yourself, like trying to be fair to other people in your life and covering your responsibilities while still making sure you're taking care of yourself. I also feel this is an energy of, if you have done the inner healing, the shadow work, the looking into yourself, your own mirror reflection of what you've already been through, what you've learned from it, and who you are now, then I feel like there's this energy of closing out the old chapters that don't serve you so that you can continue to ascend and fly to higher levels symbolically in terms of your career path and money-making abilities and manifesting abundance. There's also going to be a lot of spiritual downloads and growth coming through for you in the spring. This is also connecting to that number 9 energy that we were talking about earlier. So some of you may have your own really strong intuitive abilities and instincts and even psychic ability or gifts for some of you. So trust what you're being downloaded with and what you should do in terms of following that path. And the tools that you need will present themselves for you, will present themselves to you along the way in divine timing. And also I'm feeling this energy of basically things being corrected, like the divine kind of correcting certain things more so in your favor, as long as you are continuing to take accountability for you needing to make your own growth. Because we also have the message of the shadow, which is the moon card in traditional tarot. So this spring is definitely a time of you understanding that you are responsible for your career path and no one else. Only you can make the needed changes. But what are you learning about yourself? You know, are you doing the shadow work and moving beyond the things that were holding you back from before? Have you learned the lessons? Are you growing to a higher level? Are you wiser now? But also allowing yourself to be in receptive mode as well, to receive messages from the divine, to know what's best for you and what your next steps will be, rather than trying to force things. It's also a reminder that everything goes in phases. So things may not happen all at once. There's different cycles that we go through, ups and downs, and everything is going through phases. And that energy is coming up as well. But to focus on the self. Focus on yourself and how you can be a better you to create these career opportunities and manifest the abundance that is coming through. Let's get a little bit more messages for you guys with the Modern Witch Tarot. For those that chose card 1, what do you need to know about your career in the spring? Truth be told. Justice. So this is a double justice message, because remember, this balance card was the justice card, like I was saying in traditional tarot. So I'm not going to repeat myself because it's pretty much the same as this message that I gave with balance. But I will also say, just remember that, you know, scales may tip from time to time. But this spring for you, when it comes to your career, is about you getting the scales back into balance. You know what I mean? Between taking care of yourself and taking care of your priorities and others. Like making sure everything is in balance and that one scale isn't tipping too much over from the other. Some of you may be working from home or remotely. So a lot of you may be independent contractors. So you may be looking for more independent work, or you may be receiving it in the spring season. Some of you may have some legal matters or ties that you need to get together in the spring. For example, getting your LLC or a business license, or handling your taxes, or signing on to a contract opportunity, things of that nature. Some of you may be tying up those loose ends or getting those priorities done over the spring season as well. And also the Justice card, I feel, is in this case representing a need to remain committed to the things that you are setting for yourself to do, to get done. So this is what I see. Card 1. Hopefully you enjoyed this reading. Please head on over to Melissa's video, which the link is in the description box below for you to continue your reading on extended. Comment below how this portion of the reading resonated with you. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I will talk to you guys another time. Bye, card 1. Hey, those of you who chose card 2, let's go ahead and see what messages are coming through for you when it comes to your career in the spring season, whether it's the spring season you're currently in, or if you're not in spring, it's the upcoming spring, the next spring, whenever that is for you from the time that you're seeing this video. So the first deck I am working with is the Archer's Career Oracle deck. And this is one of the ones that I created. So if you're interested in getting this, the information on where you can go to get it is down below in the description. But let's go ahead and see what your first message is for card 2. Remember, this is a general reading, so take what resonates, release what doesn't. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, the information on where you can go to do that is down below in the description. Okay, card 2, this spring, it's going to be really important that you begin to take action. So whether that's taking action on an idea that you have been having, whether that actually for some of you, if you happen to be seeing this between February to March, my eye caught the 2 to 3. So for some reason, I'm feeling like if you happen to see this between February to March, begin to take action within that time frame. But regardless, whenever your spring season is for you, this is a message that it's a need to take action towards ideas, take action towards those plans that you've been having or those goals, put something into motion, get moving, start making change, start reinventing and revamping yourself for some of you, start looking to see what opportunities are out there, etc. However, take action resonates for you this spring season. Take action in your career, get going, get things moving. Show up and show out is what I'm hearing Spirit say. But let's get another message. And actually see one that fell on the floor. Let me grab it. The message of stepping stone was on the floor. So I also feel like there are going to be stepping stone events that are taking place for you within spring season for your career that get you from one chapter to the next. But I'm gonna put this one back in, and then let's get another message for you guys. Oh, knocking the camera. Card 2. For those that chose card 2, what you need to know about your career in the spring season, truth be told. Educator. So for some of you, you may actually work in a field of education, the educational field, or maybe you are just in a position that allows you to be more of a teacher or a mentor or a leader in whatever you do. Some of you just have a natural ability to teach and help others, to share knowledge, to educate. And it's time to embrace that in the spring season. And for some of you, you may actually be looking to learn knowledge yourself, like you may be educating yourself on something or an opportunity, whether that's going to school or researching things online or reading books or on YouTube or asking a professional on how to do something. But you may be educating yourself on certain matters and how to take action towards your goals and how to get things moving forward and get things done in the spring season. Let's see what the bottom of the deck energy is. They like you. So in this spring season, just know that whether you're going on interviews, whether you are working with an audience of some kind or several clients, or maybe even if you're wondering about your coworkers, I feel like in the spring season, however this resonates for you, this is a confirmation that they like you, they like what you have to offer, they like what you're doing and what you're bringing to the table. That's coming through. And also Spirit is pointing out that there could be some positive change. I feel positive change or a change in perspective, realizations around a holiday. So that could be any holiday, but because we're talking about spring, whatever holiday, which I also include birthdays into that. So if you have a birthday, or I also include vacations or staycations into that, like being on holiday or a day off, that's coming up in the spring season for you as well. when it comes to your career. But let's see what else is going on with the Life Purpose Oracle cards. For those that chose card 2, what do you need to know about your career in the spring? Truth be told. Trust. So there's definitely need to trust your intuition. Trust your feelings and dreams to guide your career path. So I think that kind of goes along with some of that take action portion. But the biggest thing is to trust yourself in terms of how to go about things in your career path. You can get advice from others. You can even get readings. You can even do pick cards and ask people questions and educate yourself. But the best person who has the answers that you need for you in your career path is you and yourself. So trust your intuitive guidance and what you are feeling when it comes to that. Let's get another message with the Psychic Tarot Oracle cards. And they're also saying to trust divine timing. Trust the divine when it comes to your career path in the spring season. Card 2, what else do you need to know about your career? Truth be told. Okay, so I just saw a bird flying outside and it was by itself, and for some reason I heard Spirit say, if you have to fly solo, then do that. So even if that means doing more work on your own, or, you know, listening to what other people have to say, but still going with, again, your own unique perspective, and do that. Fly solo if you have to, for some of you, whoever that resonates with. Okay, so we see discontent and boredom. This is the Four of Cups in traditional tarot. So this spring, you know, there may be some times, some moments where you don't feel fully satisfied with what the results that you're seeing happening around you. You may feel a little bit bored. You may feel a little bit like things are not moving as fast as you would like. But, or you may just, some of you, just being blunt, you might just be feeling in a lazy period. But remember that Spirit is saying that if you want change, if you want to get things moving and going into a path that you begin to feel more excited about your life and more excited about the results, then you need to take action, which was the first message. It's up to you. Sorry, I just pushed cards over. It's up to you to get things going. It's up to you to get things moving. No one else. This person is not even looking at the beautiful, what's the word? Reflection, projection of the rainbows coming through from the light. So this person is not even seeing the good things around them right now. And not saying that's necessarily your case, but I do feel like this is Spirit is saying to hold your head up, because things are happening in divine time. But for the time being, you're responsible for making the change. So take action. And whether that means moving in a new direction altogether, looking for opportunities, educating yourself to see what else is out there, asking people the questions you need to ask directly so that you can then make a decision for yourself about what's best for you in your career path, and things of that nature. Let's go ahead and look at the bottom of the deck. Base chakra. So, and then firm foundation is under it. So, and we have 2 4s here. So you may be seeing, and then a 1 and a 4. So some of you may be seeing angel number or spirit number 44, or 4s just in general, whether it's the 4, 444, 4444, etc. Some of you may be seeing the number 14 often, or even the number 1 often. But how I'm seeing this is that Spirit is trying to tell you that you are responsible, with the one being the self in this case, to take the first step towards creating that foundation you desire, towards creating that stability and security you want. You have to take action within, and even taking action in terms of the outside world of getting things done. So you may want to do some base chakra, root chakra, healing work in the spring season to get your energy up, because some of you may actually be just feeling drained and tired. Maybe not even that could be contributing to your laziness energy, because you may just feel depleted. And some of you, that could be even contributed to something health related. Again, I'm not a doctor, not diagnosing anything at all, but if that is something you have been diagnosed with, that could be the case as well. So it may help to do some healing work on your base chakra, also known as your root chakra, to help with that. And also to really, there's a need to really work on your self-esteem. Self-esteem and your own sense of security within yourself, like believing in yourself that you can do it and that you can make the changes coming up. And then with the firm foundation here as a message too, you know, and the number 4 is a number of like, I'm seeing it as like building blocks. So you are building things up. There are building blocks that are taking place to, you know, how they say, lay a brick a day, and eventually you'll have a house. It may not be overnight, but symbolically, if you lay a brick a day, eventually you will have a house. That's the energy I'm getting from this. You are building something up. You're building a firm foundation. And then number 4 is also about security, stability, foundations, and structure. So that is coming through. It's up to you. If you are, if you have lower back pain too, that is also an indication as well that your base chakra energy, your root chakra energy is off. So you may need to do some healing work and balancing on that. So maybe part of your education and homework in the spring season is also to study the base chakra, also known as the root chakra, and how that can affect you in your career and your money and your business and so on. So let's go ahead and get another message. This is going to be your closeout message with the Modern Witch Tarot. For those that chose card 2, what you need to know about your career in the spring. Truth be told. The Queen of Swords and the 4 of Cups. So we have a double 4 of Cups message here with the discontent and boredom. So double message. So again, number 44 coming up again. You may want to look up angel number 44 and also angel number 14 after this, because it's part of your reading. But what I'm getting from this 4 of Cups energy, it's already going to go in alignment with what I already talked about over here at the discontent and boredom card. But, you know, it's almost like the energy of, you see how her shirt says over it? So you may just be feeling really over what you've already been seeing presented in front of you. But also a reminder that you may be missing opportunity. You may be focused on what's not working, and you may be missing the opportunities that the Spirit is trying to show you, like the better things that are coming, because you're so focused on what didn't work or what's not working, that you're not seeing that sometimes a rejection or a step back or a failed opportunity is an opportunity to now move in a better direction, or to build up stronger and build that firm foundation like we were talking about, or to stop putting energy into something that wasn't working for you. And now it's an opportunity for a clean slate to start over. Some of you may be feeling disappointed with the news you're receiving, like if you're waiting on news from someone, or an email or an opportunity or word back on an interview or something. If it is the case that you're feeling a little upset about whatever reply or response you got, just know that there's something better that the universe is going to offer you in divine time. So these messages are coming through also, and to just keep taking action. It's not a time to give up. You know what I mean? Keep taking action, because there's other cups of opportunity out there for you. And then we also have the Queen of Swords. So this spring season is a time to be in touch with your emotions and your intuition, like we already talked about, but it's also a time of being very clear and honest with yourself and others about the path that you're on and what you want and what you foresee for your future. This is the time to do your research. This is the time to check the facts. This is the time to show up and be confident. And the Queen of Swords is someone that's going to be like, for example, this is my plan. This is what I want. This is what I'm doing. And the Queen of Swords energy is someone who's really confident in that thought process and the decision. So this is where I feel you eventually getting to in the spring season or soon after, if you're not feeling it just yet in the exact spring season. And again, I also feel there's this energy of just like Spirit sending you messages and signs, because I'm looking at this bird here. And I think this was the group that I saw the bird flying outside. Looked just like this. It was a crow. So I think that was you guys I was talking to earlier. I've already forgotten. But if so, again, it was the message of fly solo if you have to, meaning it's up to you. Do it on your own. Be more independent. The butterfly here is catching my eye too. So the spring season is a transformative period for you. And even if something has been short-lived, because for some reason I'm thinking of monarch butterflies, where monarch butterflies, they have a short lifespan. They spend most of their time as caterpillars and then in the cocoon. So even if something was short-lived, for example, for you, and it didn't work out or an opportunity was missed, you are going to eventually hit that transformation, I feel, and ascend higher and fly higher in divine time. But the spring season is kind of maybe more of like your transformative period to either from caterpillar to cocoon, or even coming out of a cocoon period for you guys. So hopefully that makes sense. You guys know me and my symbolic messages all the time. So go ahead and go down below into the description box to go to Melissa's reading to continue on and extend your reading for your career in the spring. That link is down below in the description box. Also, please comment below how this portion of the reading resonated with you. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I will talk to you guys another time. Bye, card 2. Hi, those of you who chose card 3, let's go ahead and see what you need to know about your career in the spring. I'm starting off with the Archer's Career Oracle deck, which is one of the decks I created. So if you're interested in getting this, the information on where you can go to get it is down below in the description. Remember, this is a general reading, so take what resonates and release what doesn't. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, the information on where you can go to do that will be down below in the description. I just hit another card deck over there, so that's why I laughed. But anyway, let's get back to it. Stay on track, Erika. Let's see what you need to know about your career in the spring. Those that chose card 3. Okay. This ain't it. So for some of you, you may be feeling like what you're currently doing just isn't really a match for you. Or maybe you just need a break from it because maybe it's just draining you a bit and you just need some space and some time to kind of focus on other things or figure out how you want to make some changes or how you can change or evolve, how you approach things. Some of you may be feeling like your own mindset needs a bit of a change or a shift because how it's affecting you or how it's causing you to go about things. You're just kind of like, okay, this ain't it. You know, this ain't it. This is not how I want to go about and present myself, or it's not showing the full level of potential or what I have to offer, that kind of a thing. So take whichever part of that resonates for you, release what doesn't. Let's go ahead and get another message. For some of you, you may also be feeling like you're in trying to prove a point to somebody else. So where it's like, okay, what you're saying, this ain't it. That's not what it is. This is actually what it is, or this is what I meant. This is how, this is where I was coming from, that kind of a thing, for example. Okay, card 3. What else do you need to know about your career in the spring? Let's see what's going on. Truth be told. Oh, these two both came. Deal with anxiety and stepping stone. Stepping stone came out in every single group. So this spring is really just bringing that energy of stepping stones for everyone. One thing leading to another. Okay, so one opportunity, one experience, or maybe even for some of you, one rejection leading to something else. So whatever it is for you. This spring for you guys, card 3 is also time to work on and deal with your anxiety. So you may be just feeling like overall that there's some overwhelming feelings or some fears or doubts or insecurities. You need to find ways to deal with your anxiety in a healthier way. Some of you may be in in a symbolic winter season in the spring. What I mean by that is it may feel like things feel like they may be on pause or not moving as much. Things feel like they're kind of frozen without the progression the way that you would hope just yet. But eventually, like all seasons, that will change with time. For some of you, this is also a message that what you're working towards, what you're building up for in the spring, you will begin to see the results of it the profit of it, or the recognition in the winter. So it's like preparing for the winter, if you know what I mean. So let's go ahead and get another message with the Life Purpose Oracle for those that chose card 3. What do you need to know about your career in the spring? Truth be told. Let go. And also for some of you, if you are starting something new in the spring and you just feel like it's not a full fit for you, just know that it's a stepping stone, transitional type of opportunity, and eventually you will go on to something next. Because I also see the message of let go in the spring. So it's time to walk away from this situation in order to resolve it. So that kind of goes along with this ain't it. So whether that's walking away from a job, whether that is if you have a plan in motion, of course, you want to be smart about things, whether that is walking away from an argument, whether that is walking away from something that is draining you or distracting you, so that you can focus on yourself, your healing, and to deal with your anxiety for some of you. Whatever it is, it's the time to let go and surrender, to focus on your own healing, to remember that you have your own magic. You know, and sometimes you have to gracefully bow out. So for some of you, this is also a message that maybe arguing is not always worth it. Sometimes it's just the higher road is to kind of gracefully bow out, know your magic, know your power, know your value and what you have to work with, and begin to look for the next thing or a new way to approach it or a new way to go about it, to let go. This dog here is really interesting too. So some of you may have a fur baby, whether it's a dog or not, a fur baby, a familiar that is really, really loyal to helping you out, whether they are physically here still or whether they have transitioned and are like a spirit guide for you. And as I say that, I just saw 555. So you're being watched over by a fur creature is basically what I'm saying. A lot of you, it's a dog, but for some of you, maybe it's not in this spring season. And the number 555 just flashed on my screen. So you may want to look up angel number 555 because I feel that was for you. And the number 5 is about change and things needing to change. And then sometimes, even though with change, it can come with some obstacles. Sometimes change, even if it's really good change, can feel a little bit uncomfortable as well. That's okay. But there's a lot of change happening and needing to happen for you guys in the spring season when it comes to your career and how you're going about things and getting from one step to the next. But let's get another message with the Psychic Tarot Oracle cards for those that chose card 3. What do you need to know about your career in the spring? Truth be told. Fulfillment of wishes. And on the bottom, what do we have? Obstacles and challenges. What did I just say about 555? And it's the number 5. So yes, there are some obstacles and challenges coming in the spring season for you, but it's nothing you can't handle. Look at this. Yes, it looks like it's a very scary drop, right? But this person can step right over. So I think what Spirit is saying is don't make things a bigger deal than what they really are. And that could be why there's a need to deal with anxiety, because this too shall pass. That kind of a vibe is coming up. And know that you can handle, you can overcome what's going on. You can move past the obstacles and challenges. And these obstacles and challenges are also part of the stepping stone energy of you learning and evolving and growing and figuring out who you are on this path and what's best for you and what you want. In understanding what works for you and what doesn't in your career path. And then we also have fulfillment of wishes. And what I'm feeling from this, so this is the 5 of Wands in traditional tarot. This is the 9 of Cups in traditional tarot. And so what I'm getting from this fulfillment of wishes is that even the challenges that you're going through are showing you further what you want. It's showing you further what your wishes are and what you really want to go after. You know how you grow through the challenging times and then you realize more about who you are and what you want and what you're about. I feel that's kind of what's going on for a lot of you in the spring season. I also feel this as Spirit letting you know that you are on path and on progress towards the fulfillment of your wishes. You just have to know that you deserve it. And make sure that you're taking time to stop and smell the flowers. Make sure that you're taking time to stop and enjoy life. Make sure you're taking the time to do things that you feel make you happy, make you feel good. You know what I mean? It can't be all work and no play. Make sure you're playing. Make sure you have fun. Because your blessings, your treasure, it's on the way. It's going to open up for you. And sometimes remembering that the treasure is living life and not putting it on hold, living it now. But let's get a closeout message for you guys, card 3, with the Modern Witch Tarot. Those that chose card 3, what you need to know about your career in the spring, truth be told. The Queen of Cups, what's on the bottom. And the Moon. So, Queen of Cups energy, I'm hearing Spirit talking about there's a need to be softer with yourself when it comes to your career and your finances. Meaning like, show yourself more kindness, show yourself more compassion. You have so much to offer. You have a lot of gifts and beauty to show the world. So, be confident in that. Trust your intuition. Go with the flow a bit more. Allow yourself to really make sure that you're, I'm hearing detoxifying from negative energies, cutting the cords to negative energies, negative vibrations, whether that's your own thoughts, whether that's people or situations or things that drain you and make you feel anxious, taking space, because I'm seeing the waterfall here and then this water here. So, you know, the springtime may be a little bit emotional for you, but making sure that you are noticing those emotions that are flowing in. For some of you, I do feel like this is a good sign that there's going to be some really positive change coming for you that make you feel so happy, but you kind of have to get through those rough patches first. Like it kind of gets rocky before it gets better. That kind of energy is coming through for you guys when it comes to your career in the spring. A lot of you are really strong psychic empaths in this section as well, whether you claim it or work in the field or not. We also have the Moon card on the bottom. So I do feel like a lot of you in the spring are going to be facing your own inner demons and shadows in the spring. Kind of facing your fears right on, dead on, you know what I mean? But when you do that, when you overcome it, there's the fulfillment of wishes is waiting on the other side. And those rough patches were just points of stepping stone to get you onto a path that is better for you, onto a path that's going to really lead to something for you. Some of you have not been being honest with yourself or others, or maybe you're just tired of dealing with deceptive people or people that are just not kind of fake within your, I can't think of the word, but within your environment, within your area, you know what I mean? So this is also time to cleanse, to purge. I was talking about cleansing earlier, to cleanse and to purge, detoxify from all of that toxic behaviors, toxic traits, knowing when to bow out and gracefully walk away versus arguing, because some arguments are just not worth it. Knowing that this is a closing out of an old chapter so that a new one can begin to come in. Understanding that, like the phases of the moon, we all go through different cycles and phases in life, especially with career. So this is just one phase in the career before the next. And just understanding that it's all just part of the journey for you to get to more of your goals and where you need to be in the next part of your journey. Trusting your intuition. Reflecting on the past and how you learn from it and how you're ready to grow from it. And to also just to be in receptive mode for that clarity to come through in terms of your next steps and what's best for you when it comes to your career. So this is what I see for card 3. Go ahead on over to Melissa's reading to extend your session, to extend your reading. The link to her video is going to be down below in the description box. Remember to comment below how this portion of the reading resonated for you. Like this video. Subscribe to my channel, and I will talk to you guys another time. Bye, card 3.